So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. On 2nd down, Clement. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Vikings.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, flipper. 10-25.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A deep ball for Dotson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Set, go. 54, right there, right there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this street, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
Now Clement fumbles the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Running is Clement. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Cousins now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Cousins the thrower. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 66 yards for him on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. This is Grant, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 16-yard line.
Ready? 60 out low. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. He don't know no better.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more.
You ready?
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
55. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Mike to 59. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
first down. Murray looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down. Here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Grant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. On play action, it's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 22 yards there, a first down. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Clement, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Got double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Look slow. Shut up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Right there, 54.
Shotgun now from Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Murray now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch twins. Rotate. Spin. That's it. Ready. Ready. 59. Ready, go.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. To his left. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
54. Check pass, check pass.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Here's Grant. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Here we go. Ready, go. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Man, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Echo. Double up.
Murray going to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike, check. 59. It's coming this way.
On 3rd down, Murray. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass. Is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set him back 5.
Ready? 58 for Mike. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Safety's creeping. What?
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Murray now on first down. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will extend this big lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Man, that's trash. That's trash. Go.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike 59. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
I got you, son. Hayward. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
SOS.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the slack. He's crashing. He's weak.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll run. This is Hunt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Murray on third down. This one caught by Isabella. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cardinals, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready now. It's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert like rocket fuel.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment.